Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. I just want to wish you all a happy new year and I hope your lives are full of grace, love, abundance, health, wealth, peace, and love as we kick off 2020. I do want to apologize. I have a little bit of a sore throat, so if you hear me coughing, that's why. Or if my voice sounds a little bit different. This is going to be a full moon in Cancer, lunar eclipse reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This is a very powerful, watery first full moon of the decade. And it's going to be a very emotional time and a time when your intuition is running at an all-time high. It's a time when secrets are going to be revealed to you and your attention and focus is going to be on the home and on the family. And your emotions are going to be strongly impacted. Okay, so hold on. This Cancer full moon lunar eclipse represents a moment of completion and a cycle of closure. It also asks you to look back to the new moon in Cancer that we had in July 2019 and see what you started back then and what you're manifesting now and how you're reaping the fruits of your labor. This Cancer full moon is opposing loads of planets in Capricorn, so it's a great time to declutter and shed things that are no longer working for you. This full moon lunar eclipse spread that I'm going to do for you guys is going to give you messages and insight into how to manifest for your highest good, but also what you need to release at this time. Okay? And before I get started, Capricorn, I'm just going to ask that you guys give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment and share, and ring that notification bell if you guys want to get updates when I upload any new information. And I also do recommend that you guys check out your career and finance readings for January 2020 that are up for all of your signs. All right, so let's go ahead and see what this full moon in Cancer has in store for my dearest Capricorns. And happy birthday to you guys. For those of you who are having birthdays this month. So Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, we're going to ask our angels, our ancestors, our loved ones who have passed, and our spirit guides and spirit, what messages do you have for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for this full moon in Cancer reading? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, what messages do you have for this full moon in Cancer reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, what messages do we have for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for this full moon in Cancer? I feel like everything's a little bit askew here. Hold on, let me just fix that for you. All right, really nice energy coming out in the final projected outcome, you guys. All right, your overall energy for this reading is the Knight of Swords. It doesn't surprise me because the Knight of Swords, even though it's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, which you might have in your chart or you just might be exhibiting these qualities, it has a very sort of Capricornian, let's go for it, no matter what, eye on the prize, doesn't matter what comes our way, we're gonna overcome it, we're going to, challenges and obstacles don't matter because we're going to stay the course and we're going after what it is we want. This is a very fast movement or energy, so it could be someone or something that's coming towards you, or that you're going onwards and upwards towards your goals at this time. The Ten of Swords in reverse is beautiful because some of you are definitely in need of healing and release, some sort of ending, some sort of like run of bad luck or some sort of run of sort of misfortune that you feel has afflicted you, or you've been touched by, the hands of fate, but not in such a great way. For some of you, you might be wondering, why hasn't anything been going my way? Why have things been so difficult? And it looks like that healing is coming towards you, and it's actually coming towards you quite quickly. For some of you, there's a real need to take risks because what you were doing just wasn't working. Now, for 2019, that was for a lot of us we had a lot of start and go, start and stop, start and stop. And we were really, really working on things and we just couldn't bring them into fruition, or we ran into so many obstacles and challenges that it just made it seem like we weren't making any progress, okay? But, you know, it looks like happiness is coming your way, and that's what you guys are working on, because you've got the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups, and that is those two cards on top, one on top of the other. Absolutely gorgeous. Blessings, happiness, completion, you guys manifesting happy family, love, and whatever that means to you. You know, family for some of us, for me, you know, really means, you know, my tribe, my soul tribe, my friends, my animals, my, you know, includes everybody, and of course my blood relatives, but not all of my blood relatives. Okay, so again, that's really gorgeous energy. You guys are really working through releasing and healing so that you guys can get that ultimate what it is that you want: happiness, abundance, wealth, health, having enough to pay your bills, having enough to enjoy life, okay, being able to send your kids to college, being able to, you know, whatever, you know, when medical expenses come up or doctor's bills come up, having that money in that nest egg to be able to cover all of that. All right, Capricorn, in the position of you guys right now, we do have the Star in reverse. So where are you in your life right now? It's desperate need of healing and rejuvenation. And again, I feel like this is something, and I saw that in your overall energy card, it is going to come to you, okay, with this Queen of Pentacles and your outcome energy. But right now, I feel like you guys are feeling like you're hemorrhaging your resources, or you've been pouring your energy into a person, a relationship, a job, a creative project, a thought process, a spiritual journey, a book, writing something for some of you, and it's just been a waste. Okay, so remember, my Capricorns, there is no real waste of time and energy. The only time that we waste time and energy is when we try to fix or change something that we cannot. And then we could be using that energy in a different direction. But again, I feel like for this last decade even, or at least for 2019, you guys are not alone. We've all experienced these starts and these stops. And there's a point in time where it's like, when am I going to finally actually reach that goal? For some of you, it's going to be a health goal or a fitness goal. And it's just like, you've been trying and trying and trying. And if you've been sticking to your daily practice and you've been putting your dreams in motion, but you haven't quite seen the results, this is how you guys are feeling. You're feeling drained. You're feeling like this loss of resources. You're feeling like you need this healing. You need something to give here. You need to some sort of plug the hole wherever the hemorrhage is in finances or energy or time or what have you. Okay? The way that you're projecting yourself to the world, the Five of Swords, this is Venus in Aquarius, and this is somebody who's a little bit afraid of love or who's running away from love. It can also be somebody who's maybe not doing the right thing or taking the necessary steps that are necessary to achieve a goal or to do something. So it can be, when we get frustrated, if any of you, when we get, I was going to give a Bible reference, which is fine, but it's like, and I'll just give it. It came to me. So it's like when there's in the Bible it says, when you get slapped, turn the other cheek, and that's the right thing to do, or you think that's the right thing to do, but when you get slapped, you come back with a big right hook or left hook, and you kind of regret doing that because you're like, that wasn't really what I was supposed to do. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening because you are feeling really depleted. I think some of you are feeling taken advantage of, or you're feeling used, or what have you. And so I feel like your reaction to that has been like, and excuse my language, but like, fuck this, right hook, and just letting your instincts take over, but rather than, which is not always a bad thing, but reacting to a situation rather than taking sort of the high road or that mature road or taking non-action at all. And this is also all about picking your battles. For some of you, you might be fighting everyone and everything, or you might be just trying to do too much and you're not able to do anything really, really well. And so, Spirit is saying, hey, people are seeing you as kind of like trying to do too much and everything's just so chaotic. And that message with the Knight of Swords also, he did come up in the upright, so it's a good thing. It's movement forward, it's quick movement. But that Knight of Swords energy is really also about making sure you know what you're doing and why you're doing it, that you haven't quite lost sight of it. Okay, and then making sure that you're not just doing something just to do it. Make sure that you're just not reacting to all the energies that are coming towards you, that you're actually more in control here. Okay, my dearest Capricorns. Now, it looks like your blocks are the Two of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be a person or it could just be an energy. But it's all about making a decision, and it's kind of like letting the ball drop. You have to drop something here, Capricorn, because I am getting in my mind's eye the Ten of Wands energy, which is taking on too much responsibility or trying to do like, okay, I set my goals for this month, in the new moon, or my New Year's resolutions. And my goals are to lose weight, save money, get a better job, call in my soulmate, and it's like 800 things. And it's kind of like, Capricorn, relax. You've got to focus on one thing and do it really, really well. If you look at your career and finance reading from January 2020, it really stood out to me because it was actually really focusing on your health and your well-being before your wealth. And again, that same energy was coming through for January for you guys, where you're trying to do too much and you're not achieving the results that you need to and that you want to for your optimal well-being, okay? And to actually bring in that abundance. So you are very gung-ho about it, but again, you're projecting yourself, Five of Swords, like you're not picking your battles. You're not seeing clearly. You want health and wellness. You want happiness and abundance. But for some, and for some of you, and don't take this the wrong way, but for some of you, it's like you need to really believe that you're worth it. And I know my Capricorns out there, you're not going to like hearing that. But if you really, really look at when we overextend ourselves, it's also a belief, like it's this ingrained belief we've created years and years of neural pathways of saying, I don't need help. I don't deserve help. I don't deserve love and abundance to come to me easily. It has to be hard. It has to hurt. Okay. And Spirit is saying this is an obstacle. You have to sort of focus on one thing. And for me, this coming out as the Pentacles, this is your health and your well-being, okay, or your finances. But really focus on that one thing. And then once you're able to do that and you see those results come in and you raise that vibration, Capricorn, all the rest is money. All the rest comes flowing into you. But it's really, really important that you make that decision. You let someone or something or a job or something go so you can focus on just one of those Pentacles, okay? Now, some of the obstacles that you guys are facing is the Nine of Cups, and this is coming in reverse. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, and this is all about wish fulfillment. You're not getting what you want, okay, or you're not getting it how you want it, and that's really obvious, right? Because you're depleted. You don't have the energy. You don't have the focus. Self-love, self-healing, taking rest days. Again, I feel like I'm redoing your wealth and your career and finance reading. Like Capricorn, I know you were in your season, okay, and that you guys are feeling that pressure, like go, 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 and you're doing everything. But when you're taking on too much, you're doing yourself and others a disservice. You need to focus, and your wishes will be fulfilled. You can turn this Nine of Cups energy around. But first of all, I want you to really do an analysis of what is number one for you right now, and just focus on that, and then also make yourself a priority. All right, what you can do within to achieve your goals, the Six of Cups. This is leaving something from the past behind. The Six of Cups in reverse brings me back to the Five of Cups, which is some sort of loss, some sort of sorrow, some sort of disappointment, some sort of relationship, or something that wasn't giving as much as you were giving. So you weren't receiving, some sort of imbalance. It could be a relationship. It could be a job. It could have been that you're writing a book. I don't know why that just keeps coming to me. Some of you are writing. And writing also was a really big part of my meditation before this reading. The importance of needing to write and to journal, which really might help some of you to clear up some of the confusion, okay, that you might be experiencing. Because Capricorns, you guys are very successful people. You guys can do anything and everything, and you can do it better than almost anyone. But I feel like right now you're like, why am I running up against all these obstacles? Okay, and the Six of Cups in reverse is saying, really go within, check out, look at what you're holding on to from the past. For some of you that do energy work and meditation, you guys might want to also really work on doing some cord cutting, okay, from toxic behaviors, relationships, fears that you might have. Fears of success, fears of abundance, never fear the universe. There's enough abundance for all of us to go around. But some of us might believe, and I know it's ingrained in me and it's something I really, really work against, and I work on cutting this cord of that there's, you know, if I receive something, that means somebody else isn't. And that's not the way it works. And Spirit wants you to believe that too. Don't feel guilty about receiving. Have enough self-worth and self-love to understand that the universe wants to give to you and that you deserve it. And when you receive, it doesn't mean that you're taking from anybody else, okay? Now, what you can learn from the outside world or from others, this is the Seven of Cups, is that there's so many blessings all around you. The Seven of Cups is all about, it's all about a lot of blessings, and it's also all about deciding which ones are best for you. So I get that there's a lot of stuff that you want to accomplish and you will accomplish, but you really need to unpack all of those and focus on the ones, that are tangible, that are sustainable, that you can actually do, and then also trying to decide which ones are best for you. Because yes, of course, right now I would love to have a really nice car. Right? But is that really is what's going to serve me the highest right now? Well, not really, because I don't live in a place where I really need a car. You know, there are other things that I need before that. There are other things that I want before that. There are other things that are going to give me peace, love, and happiness. You know, getting a brand new car would be really great, but I think it would actually serve me better to sell it and invest in something different, you know, because for me personally, then I start thinking, well, there's car insurance, and then there's gas, and then, you know, and it's actually, you know, and I like to walk and I like to ride my bike, so it takes away from, you know, all of that. So really, if I were to focus on getting a brand new car, it's kind of like, yeah, that would be great, but is that really the best thing for me? And is that really what I want? And that's what you have here to learn. Here we also have this new moon. So I do want you guys also to go back to your new moon and Capricorn readings, which are good until we have the new moon in Aquarius coming up on January 24th. So this period for you is going to be very, very intense. This also lunar eclipse is also going to be affecting you guys and your opposite sign, Cancer. Okay, yours truly very much. Now, your projected outcome is actually really gorgeous. It's the Queen of Pentacles. Some of you are going to be calling in this soulmate, a twin flame, a partner. You know, the Queen of Pentacles is a very great, you know, wife, mother. And if it doesn't speak to you like that, it's husband, father. It's somebody who's very nurturing, somebody who's very in touch with nature, somebody who's fertile, somebody who wants things to grow, wants to have a nice home, wants to have abundance and wealth, and wants to, you know, and is willing to roll up her sleeves and get her hands dirty, you know, in the garden or building the house with you and building these foundations. This is also somebody who takes care of themselves. So if it doesn't speak to you as a partner, it may speak to you as you finally doing the work that you need to do, which is taking care of Capricorn. Because if your cup is empty, if your fields are fallow, Capricorn, how can you expect to take care of anybody else? Okay, and so it's really, really important. Again, I'm getting this health before wealth, this self-care and the self-love for you guys is really, really important. And then things are going to speed up for you. Once you take that time for yourself, you're going to see that things come to you very, very quickly and very easily, because that's what you guys deserve. All right, additional messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Magician and the Mirror, 53. This adds up to 8. 8s are all about abundance. They're all about manifesting. Okay, 8s are a beautiful number. Magician and the Mirror. This is somebody balancing fire and water. This is somebody balancing the shadow side with the light. This is the Magician. This is manifesting. This is you utilizing all of your resources to achieve what it is you need and what it is you want. Okay, and we see that coming out here with the Two of Pentacles and this balance. But there's a deep healing that needs to take place, Capricorn, and it has to come from within. It has to come from putting yourself first. All right, and here we have the first chakra, Archangel Michael coming out. Really nice energy, 35. Look at that, 53 and 35. Look at that, Magician and the Mirror. And look at how these numbers absolutely mirror each other. This is also Capricorn asking you to take a really good hard look in the mirror, where you've come from, what you're doing, what's for your highest good, and dropping stuff that doesn't need to be worked on right now or that doesn't serve you and your highest good. The first chakra, Archangel Michael, he's gorgeous because he is actually that Ace of Swords energy. He's this new direction. He's this Knight of Swords energy. He's the one that's going to help you cut out all of your obstacles and all of your challenges. But first you need to be grounded. And with the Seven of Cups energy coming out in like what you can learn from the outside world. None of these cups are on the ground. They're all up in the air. They're all still sort of ideas. They're all sort of still fantasy. You can make them real, but first you need to ground yourself in your own energy. The first chakra is your base chakra. That's your foundations. That's your sense of belonging. You need to build a strong foundation, and then you can start putting, you can start putting all the bells and whistles on afterwards. But really finding out what is the most important thing for you to be working on. And if I had to take a big guess, it's going to be you. It's going to be your healing and your self-love and self-care. And stop putting people before you, because I know you guys are very service-oriented as well. I know many of my Capricorns take care of so many other people, and you overextend so easily. But you know what? And you might make some people really angry, but guess what? They've got to wait. They've got to run their own race for a while, because Capricorn, you need to take some time out. Okay? Vulnerability, open your heart, allow yourself to be tender. Yeah, definitely. Capricorns, I feel like you guys have had this huge, this exterior, this very hard exterior. Right now with this full moon and this lunar eclipse, it's going to be really emotional. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Allow yourself to write down. Sorry, the wind is blowing really strong. Allow yourself to write down, your thoughts and your feelings, or start journaling and cry if you need to. And I know that's like, what? Cry? But yeah, I know that's hard for a Capricorn, but maybe you have to let some of that out so you can just sort of release some of that heat, all right? And take some of that heat off your back, all right? And get, sort of get down, Capricorn, into those feelings. Be vulnerable. Be vulnerable with your partner as well. If you have a partner, or your friends or your family, or just with spirit, talk to your angels and your guides and say, hey, I really need help here. Yeah, because you guys, this star card in reverse makes me sad. It's like this energy, something needs to be plugged up, needs to be tourniqueted, some sort of energy flow. You could have really toxic relationships around you. You could have psychic vampires. You could have people wishing you ill. Or you could have a partner that isn't pulling their weight. Or you could have a job that's just too demanding, that's taking advantage of you. Okay, and so it's like it is all about being vulnerable, but also being vulnerable with your own self, allowing yourself to feel, allowing yourself to say, hey, I need to take a break. All right, additional message for Capricorn, time out. I love that. All right, look, we've got 39 and we've got 36, awareness, contemplation, solitude, time alone. Okay, I don't think I need to say much because that's exactly what I was saying. You need a time out, you need a break. You need to do you need to take care of you, Capricorn, all right? Because you can and you will. I see that you will. And then you'll be able to attract everything you guys have been working on. But if your energy is so scattered and you're feeling really, really depleted, you're not going to be able to attract what it is that you need to, because that's creating a void, and that's negative, toxic energy, right? And that's not going to, attract what it is that you're trying to. Okay, discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Yes, I mean, this is the Capricorn card. You guys are very disciplined. Taking a time out isn't going to say that you're not disciplined, okay? Because I know you guys are. I mean, if anybody in the zodiac is disciplined, it's my dear Cappies. Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Yeah, and also getting in touch with your intuition. This full moon in Cancer and this lunar eclipse is all about intuition, you guys. Your psychic abilities are going to be running at an all-time high. So for those of you that like to journal or that do journal, start journaling the messages and the downloads that you're getting. And then if you can, share them with people. I know not everybody's comfortable doing that, but share them with people. And, because some of these messages really need to be heard, and your experience is valuable. And it's not only just valuable to you getting what you want, but to others. All right. Really interesting messages here for you guys, Cappies. I love you guys so much. I just want to give you a hug. All right. Mother Earth, you are called upon to help with environmentalism. All right. Very interesting. But I also get that this is your environment. For those of you, you might be in a toxic environment, or you might need to do like a real cleansing of your environment, whether that's burning incense, or you guys can get your hands on Palo Santo if you guys do Reiki work, or you can ask somebody to come in and sort of, I feel like you need to cut some energetic cords with people in your environment. And also remember, our environment really holds on to energy. So if you're living in an old house, or if you're living in a house where there's been a lot of abuse, or there's been a lot of failures, frustrations, aggressions, and that sort of thing, you might actually be absorbing some of that energy. So I'm getting, more than anything, it is really important for you guys to do that energetic clearing of your environment. And then also Mother Earth, this is all about you guys. This is about grounding yourself. We see that in the Seven of Cups here. When you're experiencing a little bit of scattered energy, confusion, what is the best thing for you? What should you start working on first? What do you need to cut out? What decision do you need to make? Really grounding yourself. You guys are the ultimate earth sign. So the importance of grounding yourself, and then finding that balance and building a really strong, firm foundation, using your intuition to go onwards and upwards. Okay, you guys, I love you so much. I hope this reading was helpful for you. Please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment and share, and ring that notification bell if you guys want to get updates when I upload anything new. Thank you for listening, and I love you.